All right. We've got our third and final qualifier for the Fittest in Cape Town. What do I think about this one? So we've got ourselves a 12-minute time cap, okay? The first thing, kind of like a buy-in, first thing you gotta do when the clock goes doot, 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 3, 2, 1, we're knocking out 2 rounds of 21 dumbbell snatches, alternating 150 double unders and 9 ring muscle ups. Then with the time remaining in the 12 minutes, you've got to find a 1 rep max snatch with the time left. My first thoughts looking at this workout is this right here is a sprint. So let's talk about the movements real quickly. Dumbbell snatch. Fittest in Cape Town put out the movement standards, and they actually are allowing you to change from the top, right? So you don't have to do the whole CrossFit game standard where you change below the eyes or the chin or whatever it is. Even though pretty sure I still kind of did that because it's kind of like a secondhand nature. But you can change from the top if you want to, right? But you've got to alternate every rep, okay? And then of course, both heads touch the ground at the floor. Okay? So this is kind of a single speed for me. Dumbbell snatch, like I can go fast, but I really can't sprint it. Like there's a certain, because you don't want to make sure you're not sprinting so fast you drop the dumbbell on your head, right? So this is kind of you can go fast, but I wouldn't say super sprint that, right? Same can be said for the double unders. Try to go as fast as you can without tripping. So for me, I've kind of got only a couple different speeds I can go with double unders. For me, double unders are kind of a recovery movement. So for me, it was kind of hard in this workout to have to sprint double unders because I treat them in a workout as a recovery, kind of like a row or a bike or a ski. Like I'll go the same speed and I'll catch my breath. And then when I'm done with double unders, I feel and refresh and I can go forward and accomplish the next task. But for these double unders, you've got to kind of move. You've got to kind of move at a pretty good clip because you're only going to be here for a short amount of time. You're only doing this twice through. So dumbbell snatch, alternating above our head. We can do it. So if you know how to do it, do it. Double unders. Fast enough, kind of like a controlled chaos kind of thing is pretty much it. I actually did mess up once on my first round. Just make sure if you mess up, you step over that rope and you get right back into it and don't let it mess with your head because the guys who mess up on the double unders and they're like, oh man, I messed up on double unders and get negative about it, those are the guys that can't recover from it. Just recover from it. Know that, you're probably gonna mess up. I messed up, okay? Then our muscle ups. As fast as you can go. But you gotta be smart about it depending upon who you are. It's better to be smart and take smart breaks than it is to go unbroken and then be completely gassed. So if you look at 9 muscle ups and you think, yeah, I could do 9 muscle ups, I'd be really tired, like really exhausted at the end, but I can do it, then I would say break it early. I would say break it smart. Break it into a 6 and a 3, or break it up into a 5 and a 4. Break it however you feel comfortable with. That way when you get done with it, you're not so gassed that by the time you come back around to 9 muscle ups, you're doing sets of 1 or 2 or failing or 3s, right? Okay? So for me, I did the muscle ups unbroken, the 9 unbroken, and then transition as fast as I can back to the dumbbell snatch. Again, I'm keeping my rings, okay? My rope. Yeah, that's a rope. That's a really terrible rope. And then my dumbbell, as close as I can keep them, right? As close as I can get them together because I don't want to walk a long way between them all. Because in this workout, pretty much the same way as the second workout, pretty much the same way as the first workout, transitions are super key in this workout. And like I said, breaking things smart when it comes to muscle ups is very important. Because if you knock out a set of 9 and then you're completely gassed, well, that's going to affect this, that's going to affect this, and that's going to really affect your muscle ups when you come back to it, right? Now, of course, when you finish this 2-rounder, you're immediately going to go into finding a 1 rep max snatch. In case you don't know this, I would totally recommend you warm up your snatch before you do the workout, right? So you're not coming into this completely without hitting a snatch before it. So usually when I attack a workout that has a 1 rep max snatch or a 1 rep max clean or any lift after a workout, I usually try to hit about 85%, somewhere around 83 to 85% before I do the workout. When I'm warming up for this, the first thing I usually do is I'll warm up and hit 83 to 85% for the lift or the movement. And then I'll take off my Olympic lifting shoes or anything I'm wearing, any apparatus I'm wearing for that, lay it next to my bar so I can get there and put it on as quickly as I can. And then I'll start warming this up. So I'll warm up my dumbbell snatches, my double unders, my muscle ups. And then when I'm ready to go, I start it and I start my 2-rounder, I do my sprint. And then when I get done and I start my snatch, I'm not starting my snatch so cold that it's like, oh man, I haven't had a snatch in like 30 minutes. No, I hit my 83 to 85% about 15 to 20 minutes ago. And the nice part about hitting your 83 to 85% is just a good tell on what you're gonna hit when you get there. So if I hit my 83 or 85% and I'm feeling really good, I'm like, man, that was super snappy, I felt really good, then yeah, maybe I should note to myself, okay, I'm gonna try this lift, then this lift, because I know my 85% was really solid and snappy. Now, the same can be said about the opposite of it. So if I go up there and I fail my 85%, then I need to be thinking to myself, okay, maybe today isn't my day to PR my snatch when it comes to this workout, so I need to tone it back a little bit, be a little more conservative, take smaller jumps so that I can put a good lift up, I can put a good score up, but I don't need to be so aggressive that I fail a ton and then I don't get a good score at all on the board, right? So your 1 max snatch or any 1 rep max movement at the end of a workout, I totally recommend hitting 83 to 85%. That way when you get here, you know the weights you want to hit. I would also recommend if you got a whiteboard, writing them down. Like, okay, I hit this in my warm-up, I feel good, these are the weights I want to hit, and these are the jumps I want to make. That way when you get done with the workout, you're like, okay, first jump, I'm hitting 135. Next jump, I'm hitting 165. Next jump, I'm doing 185, and so on. That way, when you're tired and it's hard for you to think, you're not like, oh my gosh, what's my next weight? You already have it written down so you know. Yeah. To recap qualifier number 3, A and B, sprint. It's a 2-round sprint. This is very, very fast, unless of course you don't have double unders or aren't very proficient at them, or you have to break your muscle ups into 3 rounds from the beginning, then it'll be a little bit slower. But for guys that are trying to qualify to the Fittest in Cape Town, this is a sprint. Then we're getting done and we're starting our 1 rep max snatch, which I gave you some my advice on hitting 83 to 85% before the workout. And then once you get to the workout, you know what you're capable of hitting based on how snappy and how fast you felt in the warm up. So anyways, guys, that's really it. That's the Fittest in Cape Town qualifier number 3A and B. That's also Fittest in Cape Town qualifier number 2 and qualifier number 1. If you guys watched it all, really appreciate it. I'll probably be doing these tips for all the qualifiers that come out because I think you guys really enjoy watching it. These are my thoughts on them. Whether it directly applies to you depends on your fitness level and what your goals are. But anyways, yeah, really enjoy doing them. I really enjoy doing the qualifiers. They're really quite fun. So yeah, if you guys got any questions, comments, concerns, put them below. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. We'll see you around.